Hey, it's Biddy Penny, and I'm back with Tailor-Made Cards for You video. And today I am working with the special delivery Christmas kit again, and we are going to make a A9 gatefold card. These two pieces are from my scraps when I made the slimline box. If you haven't seen that, you can go back and check that out. These are free printable. So on Friday, Monica at Taylormadecards4u does freebies, and it's awesome. If you sign up for her email list, you'll get an email on Fridays. She'll give you a code that you can enter in her shop to get a freebie, and it's so fantastic. So this week it's vintage Christmas paper, and I can't wait to play with it. I'm so excited. So I'm definitely grabbing that. All right, so I enlarged some of the pattern paper in the kit because I wanted a piece that would be big enough to cover the inside of my card. And then I'm going to use these scraps. So what I do is I keep a file folder for my digital kits, and that really helps me keep everything organized. Okay, so this is an ornament from the Dollar General. I paid $1 for it, but I thought it was so pretty. It's a very nice metal ornament. And so for a few cards this year, I'm going to give an ornament and make this gatefold design. The ornament size actually dictated the size of my card. Because it was so big and it's just a very solid, heavy ornament, I wanted a substantial card to hold it. It probably would have fit on an A2. It would have just taken up the whole front of an A2. So I did clip off the string, and now I want to show you how I measured my A2 gatefold. I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and I folded it so that the edges met in the middle, and that's it. I actually didn't measure anything. So an A9 is just an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper folded in half. So to make the gatefold, I knew I just needed to fold 2 ends over and we would be good. So that was super. This is the first time I made one of these, and I'm sure I'll be making more. I know for sure I'll be making them for my ornament cards this year. Now this is a card that I would hand deliver, or I would put in a box with other gifts, something like that. I definitely wouldn't just put it in a 6 by 9 envelope. Okay, here now I am going to need to measure it because I'm going to need to know what size to cut my snowflake paper. So I will use a ivory card base to match these ivory snowflakes, and now I'm just trimming down my pattern paper, which is going to go on those front flaps of the gatefold. So talk a little bit about what's coming up in my shop or in my channel this week. I have some hauls. Surprise! I know. But this trimmer has kind of been driving me nuts, just because the blade always pops out and I can't score on it, and I kind of want a trimmer where I can score and trim. I have a number of trimmers. Here I'm measuring and just making sure that I have all my numbers right before I cut this sheet of paper. So here's what happened. I bought a Stampin' Up! Trimmer and scoreboard literally a week before they announced that they were going to discontinue it, and then I could never get refill blades. That was infuriating. So that one's virtually useless. And then I have a little scoreboard, and then I have a number of paper trimmers. So I kind of went down the rabbit hole and found the score and trim from We Are Memory Keepers and caught it on sale, and I'm going to give it a try. So you'll see that this week in my haul. All right, here is my overall design. I'm just going to kind of put it together and make sure this is what I like. And it is. I think it's very just classic and beautiful. I really like this. And, you know, I really appreciate digital kits like this. I think I say this every time I work with one. I don't have to color, I don't have to stamp. I mean, I love to stamp and I love to color, but when you have like 50 Christmas cards you want to make or more, it is such an awesome bonus to just have beautiful paper that you can work with and ephemera from the kit and put cards together that are sweet and beautiful and classic, but you didn't have to spend an hour on each one. I know I don't have time for that. I wish I did, but I don't. Okay, so right now I'm making my belly band. And when I make a belly band for a card, I like for it to have a smooth back. So a lot of times when you see belly bands on merchandise and stuff, you'll see the paper wrapped around and taped together on the back, which that's fine too, because I never mind just ripping into those. But when I'm making a belly band for a card, I like it to be something that they can put back together and they don't need to rip it apart. So here I knew this was going to be a little short, right? Because it's 8.5 by 11. It just fits my card base. So what I'm going to do is grab a scrap of the same paper and I'm going to tape it and make the belly band solid. So that's what I'm going to do right here. What's also nice about this design is that they're going to be peeling that ornament off, hopefully, and sticking it on their tree. And so when they peel it off of this, it should still stay together. All right, so then I need to use foam tape to pop this up. And because it's so dimensional, I'm pretty sure I had to use 4 pieces. Like, this is a heavy duty ornament. So yeah. Anyway, so I hauled that trimmer and a number of other things. I kind of have some ideas about what I want to do in my card making, which is very different and unique and kind of a new direction to go. I've got to play with it to know if it's going to work or not, but I'm kind of excited. So I'll be sharing that as well. All right, I brought in this sentiment stamp set that I had gotten from Fun Stamper's Journey. I'd gotten it in a haul when they were having like a huge warehouse sale. And I just loved the size of the sentiments in the set. So I thought the piece on Earth went well with the ornaments. And I thought the snowman went well with the snowflakes. So I'm trying to marry those two things together in my design. And I could have stamped it in black, but I chose to do brown. This is Doe from Lawn Fawn. I just wanted the soft vintage kind of feel of brown versus black on this card. And this is obviously kind of where we're going to write a message to the recipient. Another thing I decided to do was bring in this piece of paper from my scraps. And I don't know how well you can see it, but it perfectly matched these green stripes that are in that plaid paper. And so I'm bringing these in and I'm going to cut them down to 1/8 of an inch. So I'm basically just creating some decorative strips and I'm going to cut 4 of them down. I'm going to put 2 on each side of the inside of the flap. You could certainly cover that with a full sheet of paper if you wanted. You could bring the snowflakes inside, but I kind of really liked the softness that everything had, and so I decided to do it this way. I wanted to accent them and add some detail, but I didn't want it to be too distracting or busy. So I brought in this just soft pale green, and I really like the way this turned out. And this is the last one. So I hope you'll give a A9 Gatefold card a chance, and also go check out Monica's shop. Sign up for her email list, get those Friday freebies, and see all the kits she has. It really is a fun place to shop around. So here is the final card and ornament. Off screen, I decided to go ahead and use a glue dot on that ribbon to get it shaped exactly the way I wanted it. But here it is, a sweet little gatefold card with a sliding belly band and a detachable ornament. And I kept the front very simple, but I figured when they put it on their mantle or whatever, it would work. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much if you're here at the end and you stuck around to see it all. I really appreciate you. I appreciate everyone's comments and likes and all the subs. You guys are just awesome. All right, come check me out again next week if you want to see how I'm going to use this kit then, and I'll have more videos in between. Bye.